Dracula, 2025, is an American Gothic horror fantasy film produced by a major Hollywood studio and directed by a filmmaker known for modern interpretations of classic monsters. The movie is based on Bram Stoker's legendary novel but reimagined for a new generation with a darker, more atmospheric tone. This adaptation explores the origins of Count Dracula, expands the mythology behind his curse, and redefines the character as both a terrifying creature and a tragic immortal figure. Shot across several European countries, including Romania, Hungary, and the United Kingdom, the film uses authentic Gothic landscapes and advanced visual effects to create a haunting world of castles, crypts, and supernatural terror. Dracula, 2025, mixes historical storytelling, vampiric horror, romance, action, and mystery. It is designed as both a standalone film and a potential beginning of a monster cinematic universe. Full plot details. The story opens in 15th-century Transylvania, where a feared but noble warrior prince, Vlad Dracul, leads his army against invading forces. Known for his brutal yet strategic tactics, he becomes a symbol of resistance and strength. However, after a devastating betrayal by a rival kingdom and the murder of his family, Vlad turns toward forbidden powers to seek vengeance. He ventures deep into the ancient Carpathian Mountains, where he encounters a mysterious entity known only as the Dark One. In exchange for unimaginable strength and eternal life, Vlad accepts the Dark One's curse, unaware of the eternal hunger he is about to inherit. Transformed into the first true vampire, he becomes Count Dracula, a being trapped between life and death. The story then shifts to the late 1800s, where Jonathan Harker, a solicitor from London, travels to Transylvania to assist a reclusive nobleman with property contracts. Unbeknownst to him, the nobleman is Dracula, now centuries old and longing to break free of his isolation. After seeing a photograph of Harker's fiancée, Mina Murray, Dracula becomes convinced she is the reincarnation of his lost wife. As Harker becomes imprisoned inside Dracula's castle, the Count travels to London aboard a ship, feeding on the crew one by one. His arrival in England triggers unnatural events, disappearances, strange diseases, and attacks under the cover of night. Professor Abraham Van Helsing, an expert in ancient lore, is called to investigate the growing terror and quickly realizes that an ancient vampire has risen again. Mina becomes increasingly haunted by visions of Dracula, torn between fear and a strange emotional connection. Meanwhile, Van Helsing gathers a team including Harker, Lucy Westenra, and Dr. Seward to stop Dracula before he can spread his curse across Europe. The final act brings the heroes back to Transylvania, where they confront Dracula in his ancestral castle. A fierce battle unfolds as Dracula unleashes his full power. The emotional climax comes when Mina confronts the Count, forcing him to face the monstrous reality of what he has become. In a moment of sorrow and acceptance, Dracula allows her to decide his fate. The film ends ambiguously, leaving room for future storylines. The curse may be broken, or a new legacy may begin. Main cast, expected/industry speculated. A-list actor as Count Dracula. Rising star actress as Mina Murray. Actor known for psychological roles as Jonathan Harker. Veteran actor as Professor Van Helsing. Actress as Lucy Westenra. Strong supporting cast as Dr. Seward, Renfield, and townsfolk of Transylvania. This structure mirrors how many modern productions cast classic roles. Release date. Dracula, 2025, is scheduled for a worldwide theatrical release in 2025, with distribution across North America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Some regions may receive early screenings as part of horror festivals or special premiere events. Movie clip/trailer information. The first movie clip is expected to highlight Dracula's transformation into a vampire. Gothic castle interiors and atmospheric shots. Early hints of the dark romance between Dracula and Mina. Nighttime attacks and supernatural imagery. The growing fear spreading across London. Later promotional footage will likely reveal action sequences, Van Helsing's investigation, and brief glimpses of Dracula's full monstrous form without revealing major twists. If you enjoyed this complete breakdown of Dracula, 2025, Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more full movie explanations and detailed cinematic story analysis.